Hi, you guys. Good morning. This is actually the busiest we've seen it here in Terminal 7 this morning. You can see a steady stream of passengers coming in, heading out for their holiday trips. Now, as you said, officials are expecting nearly 3 million passengers to use the airport this holiday period, which started Wednesday and will go through July 10th. The 10th is actually expected to be the busiest day, with about 251,000 passengers coming through LAX. Officials also say this is set to be the busiest the airport has been since 2020, with July being the busiest travel month of the summer travel season. We did speak to those traveling today about their plans and how they prepared for a busy airport.
We're going to northern Michigan right now, Traverse City. It's going to be beautiful this time of year. They have a cherry festival that's going on. I actually purchased these tickets almost a year ago just to get a good fare. I was not prepared for this. I did not know it was going to be so hectic. I'm glad I booked in advance, and so far everything's been going smoothly.
And severe weather in other parts of the country could be a problem for some. Over the past several days, there have been thousands of cancellations and delays, and we could see more throughout the weekend. If your flight is canceled for any reason, you are legally entitled to a full refund. You don't have to accept a rebooking or a voucher. Major carriers will also rebook passengers on the same airline at no additional cost for significant delays. Travel experts, though, recommend downloading your airline's app so you are notified immediately of any flight changes. And we did talk to a couple people here today that were dealing with these cancellations and delays still as of this morning. Now, of course, people aren't just flying, though. The Auto Club of Southern California says that this will be the second busiest 4th of July ever for SoCal, with a near record 3.4 million Southern Californians traveling. About 2.7 million will hit the roads, around 517,000 will fly, and around 253,000 will be traveling by other means, such as bus, train, or cruise. Now, if you are driving, AAA recommends doing a thorough inspection of your vehicle's tires, battery, and fluid levels before taking off. They also recommend packing snacks, bottled water, phone chargers, and an emergency roadside kit. Now, back here live, if you are headed to LAX anytime over the next week or so, they recommend that you check in for your flight in advance online. They also say book that parking in advance, or maybe get a ride here if that's possible, and then of course give yourself extra time. Reporting live here at LAX, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you both in Hollywood.
Erin, thank you so much. And the busy travel season comes amid a rise in gas prices, or at least the gas tax, which increases by 8% today. Other laws going into effect today include these: AB 1594, which requires firearm manufacturers and distributors to closely monitor the sale of firearm-related products; SB 731, which automatically seals conviction and arrest records for ex-offenders who haven't been convicted of a felony for 4 years after their sentences; and AB 1655, which adds Juneteenth to the list of state holidays.
There's also new Metro fares starting today. Transit fares will be capped at $5 per day for all riders who pay with tap cards, and the change includes those who use weekly or monthly passes. Other changes include the end of half-price discounts on daily, weekly, and monthly passes, along with a new flat 75-cent rate for senior riders with disabilities and students. The U.S. Supreme Court ends its term with two landmark decisions impacting tens of millions of Americans, and they are not without controversy.
The High Court struck down President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program and issued a decision impacting LGBTQ rights. KTLA's Carlos Herrera joins us in studio with more on both rulings. Carlos, good morning.
Good morning. These monumental rulings are both a blow to the devastating blowout, to the LGBT community and student loan borrowers across the U.S. In a 6-3 conservative majority decision, the High Court ruled the president's $400 billion college debt forgiveness program plan unlawful, now saying the president overstepped his authority with the plan, which sought to cancel student loans for some 43 million Americans. Chief Justice John Roberts, writing for the majority, quote, "The question here is not whether something should be done, it is who has the authority to do it," end quote. The ruling stands to impact borrowers like Los Angeles resident Hannah Moore, who graduated from the Harrington College of Design in 2007 with almost $100,000 of student debt. Hannah was made payments towards the debt, but she still owes more than $88,000.
It's a sad day for a lot of people that went through a pretty predatory higher education, and this whole American dream of you just try really hard and you get there isn't really the way it works. And I think a lot of kids realize that too.
With student borrowers facing uncertainty, the president now promising to fight back. He's introducing a new debt relief plan using the Higher Education Act. The 12-month income-based repayment plan would protect borrowers' credit even if they miss payments. But legal experts say it'll likely take months and face even more legal challenges. Critics say erasing student debt would be one of the most expensive and unjust actions in the U.S. history. Meantime, in another 6-3 ruling, the High Court's conservative majority dealing a devastating blow to the LGBTQ protections, ruling businesses can refuse service to same-sex customers in some cases. The justices ruling in favor of a Christian web designer in Colorado who refused to create a website based on her religious beliefs and First Amendment rights.